depends on the writer. I've read several books on Bhopal, and if there's a criticism I had to make of most of them, it's that they have got very angry about I don't think that helps. You know, if you want to reach an audience, supposing you're talking to an audience of fellow activists, then you can be as angry as you like, you know. They're already on your side. But if the idea is to write something good out into the world, reaches new people, I think anger is a very off-putting emotion, even if it's justified. You have to be subtler than that. And that's why I try to do something different. Well, Nabokov, of course, had a habit of going in very, very minute detail into the topography of a place. And if you've read his lectures on Don Quixote, you know, you see how meticulous he is about that. He's very interested in what's in the text, not any external theories about it, but what's actually there, which I think is a really good practice for any critic, although critics have to have an opinion, otherwise they wouldn't do the job. But when I, since you asked about mapping, I literally did that. I drew a map of Khaufpur, and it took a long time to get it right, because it had to sort of work for the various things that needed to happen. It needed to represent the things like, you know, the big busties full of very poor people. It needed to have the factory, which is almost exactly the same, to be honest with you. That I didn't change, because it's such a, well, it used to be such an extraordinary place. It was a place where you had to have special permission to go in, but I think after a while the guards got used to us, you know, they just let us in anyway. But the whole place had turned into jungle, and honestly there was jungle just growing up everywhere, and it was climbing up these ruined structures. I remember going up on top of the MIC unit that actually made the gas, you know, and you have to climb up ladders and things, go a long way up. And all the way up there were these thick creepers wound around, as thick as that, like this, anyway. And I thought it was like nature was reaching up to try and tear this stuff down. But at the same time, it's a place of amazing beauty, because there were wild sandalwood trees growing everywhere, you know? and flowers. It's a very, very strange, like a poisoned, enchanted place. So I wanted to leave that alone. Well, I did a very particular kind of copywriting, I think. I like writing and I like telling stories. And so where other people were doing pictures and snappy headlines and slogans, I always wanted to tell a story. And I think that might have been one of the reasons I was successful at it, because there were not many other people doing that, you know. So it was different. And I used to write very long ads, very long ads. It's a story about a Greek physician who joined the Roman army in order to get experience of surgery. If you wanted to be a surgeon, there's nowhere better to be with the legions, always dealing with wounds, and you weren't allowed to dissect bodies, although they did in Alexandria unrequired. But, you know, soldiers were always getting cut open, so you could have a little look when they were patching them up. And anyway, it's his story, really. But then there's another person. It's about healing and the nature of healing. And so it touches on aspects of a story which we all know very well, but in a completely non-religious way. So that for me is very interesting.